So, Empress popped out already. Not even talking yet. Does Nancy Pelosi want does she want him Donald Trump, to shut down the government again? Now, I always thought she did because she wanted to approach this from a position of power. Maybe not necessarily shut down the government as in hurt federal workers yet again, but she wants him to make a big mistake. And which is why I said she's egging him on. So, let's see. There he is. Funny he's represented by a black dude, but anyway. King of Swords. It's funny when I get Donald Trump three ways. Because he's a Gemini, so people see him all kinds of ways. But this is the card for Geminis. King of Swords. Some people see him as the money man, so he'll pop up as the King of Pentacles. Some people do not see him the way the rest of the world does, so they get him as the King of Cups. This is the King of Swords, because that's his element. She sees him as he is. The celebrated person. So there is a lot, when you hear her talk about him in public, she does have a lot of respect for the office, so she doesn't dog the president out. I guess that's, anyway, it would be nice if they had that same, you know what, moving on. Obama's not there, so we'll keep it moving. The self-hatred card in this deck is the Devil. So she wants him, like I said, to make a mistake. So she would not necessarily hate it. I mean, she wouldn't like it if he shut the government down because they can't get anything done. But that would be the mistake that she needs him to make. The Ace of Coins. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So that's the money. Balance with the Two of Pentacles. Sage of Cups is the King of Cups. Beyond Judgment. That's the Judgment card. So that is very interesting. I'll come back to that. There's the Lovers and then Justice. Yeah, so she does want him to, but I have to show you this. What did I just say? The way I see him is this way because that's his element. The King of Swords. I need that to focus. Anyway, so King of Swords is his element. He is a Gemini. The way some people see him is as the King of Cups because they don't see him as the rest of the world does. They see him as this compassionate person. This is the way a lot of his supporters see him. Some people see him as the money man, the King of Pentacles. All of these are in line together. So, what does that mean? We start with who he is, crossed by the presidency, the celebrated person. Now, I can get the presidency as the 10 of Pentacles, but she sees him as the office. And so then you have the Devil card, which is pretty self-explanatory. Then you have the deals and the money, because this is all about money on the surface, because that's what he says he wants is the money for his wall, even though this is just about ego. And then there's a balance, there's a fight, there's a yin and a yang, a push and pull, and all that kind of stuff. Then we go to the King of Cups. This is how the world is going to see him, as a person who is in the fight. His supporters will come out and say, he shut it down again, we believe in him. Just like the people who worked at Harley Davidson and said they trust his judgment while they were losing their jobs. His supporters are going to come out during this shutdown and really love this guy. Beyond judgment, this was the judgment card. So he fears what happened in the past is going to happen again. It's going to make him look bad. Not the wall. He doesn't care about the wall. He just doesn't want to look bad. That's the environment. Some people will see him as the King of Pentacles, the money man, embroiled. Now, mind you, I didn't get Nancy nowhere in here. This is in the end. All she wants is for him to make that mistake. That way she can go and say that he's incompetent and all of this, and then all of that niceness to the office in public will still be there, but it'll fly right out the window in private. So yeah, another one is coming. There's the reset card, compromise, and then the Hermit. So the Lone Ranger himself is going to try to reach a deal, but it's not going to work. There is the Hangman, 8 of Wands, and 7 of Cups, so there's confusion, and it's going to be a lot of it. So this one's going to look worse. There's going to be a whole lot of I won't say name calling, but it's not going anywhere. Like, these two cards are almost opposite of each other. This one's like fast movement. This one is no movement. This one is, it will go quickly, but nowhere fast. You see what I mean? Because there's confusion around it. So it will look like one thing on the surface. Like I said, it will look like it's about the money, but it's just about him and his 3 personas. So does she want him to shut it down? Not necessarily shut it down, but she wants him to make a mistake. So she will pounce when he does. A deal will be reached, but it again will not be in his favor, no matter how it is he looks at it. There's the new energy. There's the old partnerships. Like, I don't think he quite understands what he's up against. He's not just up against Nancy and Schumer. Like, he's up against Nancy and Schumer, and then Republicans who are ready for 2020, so they're trying to deflect already. He's up against the Democrats who already don't like him. He's up against a lot. And behind closed doors, they've already hatched a plan. They're not having to hatch on a plan to get him out of there, just hatching a plan to constantly defeat him. Maybe he'll walk away. We'll see.